Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Art Keller Field on the campus of Carthage College for today's non-conference soccer match between Lake Forest College and your Carthage Redmen. This regulation match is scheduled for two 45-minute halves with the possibility of two 10-minute sudden victory overtime periods. The NCAA promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. The NCAA, the CCIW, and Carthage thank you for your cooperation. At this time, please focus your attention to midfield as we introduce the starting lineups.
First, the starting lineups for the Lake Forest Foresters. Number 0, Ethan Gunther. Number 2, Jeremiah Erzin. Number 3, Evan Vogel. Number 7, Mahir Mamalegia. Number 9, Jordan Hartman. Number 10, Alexi Spiratos. Number 11, Charlie Bray. Number 12, Stephen Johnson. Number 13, Cooper King. Number 19, Oliver Twagira Christou. And number 23, William Brabach. And now the starting lineups for your Carthage College Redmen. Number 2, Nick Huftelin. Number 4, Seamus Kaminsky. Number 5, Kevin Hilgert. Number 6, Billy Hamilton. Number 11, Taylor Pignataro. Number 14, Drew Leogas. Number 16, Alexander Marquise. Number 17, Ryan Crane. Number 19, Atli Einerson. Number 21, Austin Bitta. And number 24, Kevin Dombrowski. The Redmen are coached by Steve Doman. He is assisted by Andrew Gamara, Jordan Innes, and Frank Delgado.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Art Keller Field here at Carthage College as your Redmen take on the Foresters of Lake Forest College. This is Greg Pignataro, and I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, Dan Diaz, Carthage captain circa 2010. How you doing tonight, Dan?
Very good to be here, Greg. Feeling fantastic. Just made the drive in from Chicago and are already excited about what I'm seeing on the field.
That's dedication coming all the way just to commentate on you boys. That's good stuff. We like that.
Happy to do it, Greg. And as you know, it's Redmen once, Redmen for life.
It sure is. So for this contest tonight, we have Carthage with a record of 5-2, and Lake Forest with a record of 2-3. It's getting into crunch time of the season. The conference game's starting pretty soon, so this is an important tune-up for both teams.
Yeah, Greg. And from what I've heard, what we've been seeing, there's a lot of depth as always with these Carthage teams, but a lot of new faces as well. So I'm excited to see some of the new guys
Absolutely.
in action here.
You probably don't even recognize half these guys as Lake Forest gets us started. Hilgart wins the ball at the back. Score of one of the goals last night in the win over Concordia Moorhead. He plays the ball up to Bitta. Stolen there by Jeremiah Erzin. Ball is launched long, goes past Hilgard, out of bounds. It's going to be a throw for your Redmen.
Well, that's a familiar face. Kevin Hilgart, strong, the senior out of Geneva, Illinois.
He was
Good to
a
see
freshman
him.
last time you were on the roster, huh?
That's correct, yeah.
All right, we had the ball taken by King, played up long. Header won by Pignataro up to Crane, flicked onto Marquise. He settles on the chest. It's going to be a handball. Oh, maybe not there. Referee knows best. Ball's launched long and headed out by Hilgart. Marquise wins, flicks back to Pignataro. A lot of ball in the air a lot today to start off. Let's see if they can get it on the floor, control a little better. as I was discussing with Will Valise, my fellow commentator last night, one of the trends we've noticed in the Carthage's games so far has been dominating statistically, out-shooting their opponents, out-possessing their opponents, but not converting too many chances. Unlike last year when we had one of the most prolific offenses in the country, this year we need to see them convert some of those chances, so I'd like to see if they work on that from last night, turn some of that dominance onto the score sheet. As Crane takes the ball, plays it to Pinataro, switches the field to Hilgard. It's time to settle, passes out wide to Leogas. Played up to Bitta, freshman out of Libertyville. Looks like a physical start to the game here. Just the way you like it, right, Dan?
That's true, and that's kind of been the MO of a lot of these Carthage teams in the last couple of years. A lot of success, but a lot of guys who aren't afraid to go in there and win 50 challenges. Your brother, Taylor, in there looking like he's a traditional Carthage stopper. What can you tell us about Taylor so far this season?
You know, I'm a little biased because he's my brother, but he's had a very strong start to the season from what I've seen. He's been a menace in the air, hardly ever loses a head ball. And as I was mentioning yesterday, he actually started his career as a center midfielder, so pretty technically skilled on the ball as well. So from the center back position, he has an advantage there where he can also get the ball down on the floor and play it well. But so far the role they've asked him to play has been mostly defensive, and he's been doing a good job breaking up opposing attacks so far. Junior captain, so I think he's adjusting to his leadership role well. Must have been taking classes from Gary Williams or something.
Oh, yeah, that's a throwback name right there. But it is. It's always an honor to wear the C on your arm. And as you know, we've had some great captains in the past. Where do you think Taylor will rank when it's all said and done?
The best. Well, second to me. No, I'm kidding. But I think he's got a very promising year and rest of his career ahead of him. I'm excited to see where he can go. And in a little bit of trivia for your listeners, I believe this is only the second Carthage live broadcast with commentary, and all of our commentators thus far have worn the captain's band for Carthage.
Yeah, it's a little club here. I think we'll have to keep it that way. Stay pretty selective. For all our fans out there listening from the safety of your living room who couldn't make it out to Art Keller's field tonight, we have hashtag Carthage Soccer up and running, so you'll be able to check in on Twitter. Let us know what you're thinking.
Yeah, we're excited to hear some contributions from our listeners and viewers. And we have Lake Forest with some early possession here, taking control in the midfield. Well won by Crane.
That's a nice win.
He's a transfer from Parkside. We're really excited to have. He's a Soccer's boy, born and raised. Very, very hardworking and technically skilled center midfielder. He's had a good, strong start to the season. Only goal coming as the winner in the win against St. Norbert's early this week, but some good play there from Lake Forest. Good, strong save from Huftel in there to win, and the ball's cleared out of bounds.
So I'm looking over here at number 7 at Lake Forest. It's Mahir Mamaladijia. What can we tell us about him, Greg?
So Mahi, as we'll call him for the rest of the broadcast, I think he was acquaintances and maybe even teammates with our own Drew Leogas and then Alex Jurosevic from back in your playing days as well.
That's right.
Last year, he was the National Division III leading scorer. I believe he had something like 23 goals in the 22-game season, so very impressive scoring record. We're going to have to keep an eye on him tonight. It could be a very dangerous goal scorer. And this year, we don't have our own Will Valise to man-mark him, as was the strategy last year, which ended up working out pretty well, even though he did have a couple clear-cut chances that just missed, and had they gone in, it could have been a different game. But I think stopping him was key to our 3-1 win last year, so we're going to be interested to see who tries to keep him quiet tonight. It might be Pinataro, it might be Einerson, another transfer in from Parkside, playing center back, number 19 there.
Yeah,
so they're gonna have to
Einerson with some European roots.
Icelandic.
Icelandic, there it is.
Got some international flavor on the team this year.
As has been the case in the past every now and then, but it'll be interesting to see what he brings to the team throughout the season. Maybe some more East-West play.
Absolutely, absolutely. And he's done very well in the center back role so far. So he and Pinataro are starting to forge a good partnership. We have Bitta to launch a free kick from the left flank here into the box. Ball is a little low on the delivery,
yeah.
cleared out by Lake Forest. Hilgard heads back to Dombrowski, the younger Dombrowski. Possession taken by Marquise. He settles on the ball. Not a whole lot of options moving for him, but he finds Crane running out wide. And it looks like it's going to be a goal kick for Lake Forest. And goal kick coming from the center back, Vogel.
A lot at stake here. The bet on the border, it's been kind of tradition. Carthage has been taking this back a couple of years now.
Yeah, it's, you know, as hosting your own tournaments, traditionally one you want to do well in, and do have quite a track record of success, and I believe it would be the second or third year in a row for a victory if they can take it here tonight. It would be 2-0. Now, Dan, how do you think the teams are playing tonight, both being on the end of a back-to-back, differently versus, you know, if they had been fresh and had not played yesterday?
Well, Greg, the first thing, it's still early in the season, so hopefully we still got some legs underneath our guys at this point, but that's what the conditioning is all about. And Carthage has been, oh, here's a break.
Marquise runs the defense. Shot is blocked by the Lake Forest defender there, well defended. Leogas takes possession of the ball on the left flank. Plays back to Pignataro. And we back into the Carthage half as Einerson takes possession of the ball, finds Kaminsky, flicks it up into the air. And Marquise with possession again, heads it back to Pignataro, flicked over, he finds Hilgard behind him. Looks like some good physical play there. Marquise tries a little flick, doesn't come off.
Nice win.
Venezuelan street roots there, Marquise, very crafty little player.
Again, more international connection for the
That's
Redmen.
very true.
So like I was saying before, yeah, it's still in the season, but that's what the conditioning is all about. And as a lot of the guys who have come through this program know, the Cooper running test and those 3 weeks of preseason were up turnover there.
But well recovered by Dombrowski. Looks like he's out of danger there.
Where a lot of our guys come in, you know, but the dedication this summer certainly has to be noted. A lot of these guys play on pretty high-level club teams throughout those as well. Billy Hamilton, Drew Leogas, just with GLSA 74 based out of Libertyville. They've had some success as well. And yeah, those guys who play year-round, they know that these back-to-back games are a reality, and they have to be prepared for them.
And it's something that you have to face in the NCAA tournament as well. Actually,
right.
One of
That's a great point.
The way that the Division III tournament is structured is you have to win 6 games to win the national tournament, including 3 on the end of a back-to-back. Straight Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday weekends at the end of the season. Those could be pretty grueling. So this is both teams have made the NCAA tournament within the past couple seasons. So this is probably going to be good preparation for them in the end.
It's a great testament, and you know, Coach Doman has always made that a priority. It's good competition, and the whole season it's about preparing yourself for the tournament. The ultimate goal is to have that postseason run that we all long for.
Absolutely. Now, it's been a pretty back-and-forth game so far with not too many clear-cut chances. We're hoping to see the match open up a little bit as it goes on, just from a spectator's point of view, but I don't think either team will have too much to be displeased about in the opening 10 minutes, would you say?
Yeah, it seems like they're both feeling each other out. You've seen a couple through balls that didn't quite get there for Carthage, and the same for Lake Forest.
The ball's cleared out to safety by Dombrowski. It would be a long throw coming possibly for Lake Forest.
There's a quick throw. Those are always dangerous.
And
Surprised we haven't seen more targets from Mahi as he's on the ball right now. Great
like
cross
said,
in.
It is early to the back post. Some good strength on that off-balance cross there, and the ball is cleared out. It's going to be a goal kick coming for Huftelen.
Hufflin, another Wisconsin Parkside transfer there.
That's correct.
It's kind of
rounds out the trio.
Becoming a Carthage pipeline to our neighbors just to the north over at University of Wisconsin Parkside.
That's right.
One of our most successful transfers from Parkside, I believe, that Andrew Gamara, who had a brilliant playing career for Carthage.
That he did, and this trio is following in his footsteps, wouldn't you say? Now
I think so.
Assistant coach.
I think so. He is the assistant coach now, and like we said, Carthage Redmen. You know, it's a family, and a lot of the guys who come and spend a couple of years, they take that with them for all the years ahead as well.
Very true, very true. And Carthage has a pretty strong tradition of securing transfers as well. I think
right.
it's something Coach Doman is, he's able to give players a second chance.
There's
as
a
well
strike.
volleyed in there by Marquise.
So what we've seen is a lot of wide play for the Redmen. I'd like to see a little bit more in the box, but I think it's a great start. And when we look at some of these subs, these guys that can come off the bench, again, the depth of Carthage is really such a strength. I think in the second half, there's going to be a lot more opportunities to get wide and start serving some of those balls in dangerously in the 18.
I agree, and I'd like to see Leogas get involved a little more. He can be so dangerous on that left-hand flank there, very quick, very technical, and they haven't been finding him too much with the ball, and I think he's a player that needs to see a little bit more of the ball at his feet, and he can help out the team tremendously. And we have Einerson take possession of the ball at the back, finds Hilgard. Hilgard plays to Leogas out wide, back to Hilgard, and he dribbles on the ball. Good through ball to Crane. Nice touch over the defender there, and plays in through to Bitta. Marquise takes possession and is crowded out, and the ball is cleared. Ball, good touch there from Dombrowski, the freshman. Oh, the pass goes a little bit astray. And won by Einerson, played up to Crane, onto Marquise. A little bit sloppy from your Redmen there, and cleared out of bounds there by Erzin. It's going to be Hilgard with the throw-in to come in, fakes the throw-in. Ball is cleared up to Marquise. He takes possession of the ball. Good quick feet there, but again crowded out. Leogas pressures back. That's Johnson on the ball. The ball is cleared long, won by Pignataro to Leogas. Oh, might have been a high boot there, and the referee does call it. It's going to be a free kick for Lake Forest. Free quickly taken by Charlie Bray. Finds Erzin out wide. Einerson wins possession to Leogas.
Ooh,
Nice little nutmeg
foul
there on a hard foul. He's later in the game, that'd probably be a yellow card offense, but the referee waves it on. Doesn't look to be any bad blood there.
Great touch by Leogas. He's always been a very physical player. It's good to see him take the hit and bounce right back up.
Absolutely.
Drew Leogas, by way of Warren High School in Gurnee, Illinois. We've had a slew of great players from that area. The Goldsberry brothers, as you may remember, Mikey Armour, just got guys who it's really been a pipeline. And I think Doman's set up camp. He's had some good success. So we'll look to see for the future what other guys come out of Gurnee.
Definitely. And I think it helps, when you have a strong core of players who come from a place in the past, they can vouch for their experiences. And the ball is easily caught by Hufflin there. Looks to play it short, but in the end elects to punt. Good solid connection there, but header won by Vogel. Crane challenges for the ball with Spiritos, and the ball is eventually taken by Marquise and then won by Kaminsky. Played over the top to Leogas. That's the ball he's looking for. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Whips the ball in brilliantly. Settled by Hamilton and fired over the top. But good first chance for Carthage there. We'd like to see a little bit more of that.
And that's great connection for the seniors right there. Drew Leogas to Billy Hamilton. And you can see the poise and composure from Hamilton. He's been around the team for a long time, going into his senior season. And that's what you like to see from one of your leaders out there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we have Dombrowski entering the match for Marquise. Dombrowski's score of 6 goals in 7 games so far. He's on pace to, depending on how prolific he can be this year, possibly even be Carthage's all-time leading scorer by the end of his career. So we'll see if he can add to his tally tonight. Got the winner last night in the 2-1 victory over Concordia Moorhead. Ball is played short by Vogel. Cleared by King off of Bitta. It's going to be a throw-in for Lake Forest. Throws it short to Johnson.
They're creeping up here, Lake Forest.
Little by little, yes.
You see Mahi poaching out there. He's clearly been the target all game. He looks to be a strong player.
And the foul is called there on Lake Forest. We're going to have a free kick coming for Carthage.
Player down.
And there's your first stoppage in the clock. But he's coming back to his feet. We're glad to see that. No long-term injury, although he is hobbling a bit. Maybe he'll come off. So as we approach 20 minutes into the first half, tell us a little bit about what you've seen so far, Dan.
Well, again, Lake Forest seems to be a bit one-dimensional, targeting Mahi, the prolific goal scorer.
And you can't hardly blame them when you have the leading goal scorer in the country.
That's true. That's true. And again, about Mahi, played for Raiders, FC in Chicago, coached by Minos Vlakinos for many years, was one of the top coaches in the area. It's the kind of guy who knows the game, and we can't let him lull us to sleep. That's the kind of player that's dangerous at any given moment. I think the Red Men understand that. They're keeping a close eye on him, but it'll be interesting to see as we move forward what kind of impact he has on the game. Now, in terms of Carthage's offense, it seems to be a lot of wide play. You saw the chance earlier from Billy Hamilton by way of Juliogas. It was a great challenge, but I'd like to see a little bit more direct.
Some balls splitting the defense, maybe.
Right. It seems to be the depth of Carthage, having that strong bench, having fresh legs, being able to come in. That's the kind of thing that needs to be used to our advantage, and I'd love to see some more of it.
And so at what point do you think, in this first half, at what point do you think Steve's going to start making some substitutions on maybe some of the wide players or some of the forwards if we don't see some production soon?
Well, Coach Doman's never been shy about getting those subs and getting those legs in early and often. Again, speaking to those wide players, those are the kind of guys you put in your 5 minutes, you come back out, and you keep those legs fresh.
We always hoped it was more than 5, but, but sometimes that was the reality of the situation.
Right.
The ball is won by Hilgard here. He's going to look for Bitta, but it said finds Dombrowski.
That's the kind of connecting play that we're looking for. Almost a great touch there through the defense.
It's a good attempt, though. You like that. And the ball is won by Einerson. He dribbles up forward, and he plays the ball. Cut out, well cut out there by Vogel.
But you see Carthage, little by little, pushing back that defense, making them hold that line. That's what those dangerous through balls do. Even if it doesn't necessarily get through and lead to a breakaway, it's keeping the defense on their toes. It's pushing them back.
Right.
And little by little, that has an impact on the game.
Right, and you were a defensive center midfielder there, Dan. So you don't like dealing with those, I imagine, when they put those through balls there on you.
No, they're a necessary part of the game, obviously. But as a defender, I'd like to see it on the other side more often than not. But again, that being said, I'm happy to see Carthage kind of sticking to that formula.
And let's see if they can repeat the trick from last night, get another set piece goal as Einerson goes to swing this one in here with the right boot. The targets in the box are probably going to be both Dombrowski, actually the younger Dombrowski brothers hanging back. It'll be Pignataro and the elder Dombrowski, but the ball is chipped straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Gunther takes that easily, and they start the break here. Well won by Dombrowski, played long, the ball goes free to Hamilton, he plays, Dombrowski leaves it at the ball.
Close.
You'd expect him to at least get a connection on that one. It's all right. The ball is sent long by Gunther there. One with the head by Hilgard to Pignataro. Spins and finds Dombrowski.
That's again great poise from Hilgard. The seniors is really coming through here. You can see they're so comfortable in the game. And as I say that, Hilgard chases back and loses the ball.
The commentator's curse,
Of
hey
course,
Dan?
of course.
That one I don't think was his fault there. The ball was a little bit mishit. The throw-in coming for Lake Forest. Oh. There's a foul on Crane there on Johnson. Now, I believe those two were teammates with Sockers back in the day. It looks like a little bit of a familiarity, breeding contempt, perhaps.
Well, you know, again, Carthage has been just such a recruiting powerhouse in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, west suburbs, that whole area. So you see a lot of guys that you play against, especially a school like Lake Forest, also from the area. I'm always surprised about how much talent really ends up this way. And again, those big clubs, Sockers, GLSA 74, the Magic, all those teams, it's almost been a pipeline to Carthage, and there's no doubt that you're going to see some old rivalries resurface here in the CCIW.
Or even in the case of Carthage, we had some old rivals become teammates. I know from my conference we've had about 8 or 10 players in the past 3 seasons from the Fox Valley Conference come together and had to put those rivalries aside. So there's a flip side to that coin as well. And Bitta takes the ball. We have Crane and Johnson battling it out again.
It's a smart foul. They look like Lake Forest getting a little bit of momentum there, and Carthage is putting a lid on that. But I think, yeah, going back to the recruiting, I think that's a testament to Coach Doman and his staff, just going out there and finding the best talent in the area. You know, this campus speaks for itself up here at Carthage. Beautiful lakefront, Art Keller Field and the Tark. These are D1 facilities. It's just a matter of getting out there and getting the name out. And again, the talent will come. The talent has come, and
will continue to do so.
Right, it's a reloading gun here.
Ball taken by Einerson there, played to Pignataro. He
Great
turns
turn
well.
by the captain.
He finds Kaminsky playing in a more advanced role than his traditional outside back role tonight. The through ball is just cut out though, but we like the attempt. It's the third foul in a row on Crane on Johnson. He's going to have to be careful there. I think the referee's going to give him a talking to, but I did not see the clock stop, so we'll see if he's booked or if he just gets a word. And for those of you watching from home, you probably can't tell from the video feed, but there is a slight rain coming down now, and a wind blowing towards the south end.
Ooh, dangerous.
Very dangerous there, but Huffdalen clears in the end.
Great job by the keeper coming out well outside his box, getting a touch out and then booting it away. Like to see the aggressiveness.
Absolutely, and that's one of Huffdalen's main attributes here. He's not afraid to leave his 6-yard box. He can never claim that his feet are glued to the goal line, as you know, as some keepers traditionally tend to do. So he's done well for us so far. And here comes Leogas with the ball, running at the defense like he likes to do, shrugs off a challenge, and he finds Crane. Good turn there. Back to Leogas. Will he shoot? No, he'll fake and try to get to the byline and whip in a ball. Looks like the ball may have gone out there. Yeah. Good attempt, though. Good attempt.
Well, to your point, Greg, about the mist coming down, it does change. This is an artificial playing surface, and that ball will skip. It'll start to move, and it does change the dynamic of the game. Yeah.
Very fast surface already, as we can both attest to. And when
Absolutely.
you add a little moisture there, it becomes very slick.
It's slick. It's quick. It changes the way you have to think as a soccer player. You saw Leogas going there and taking on players one-on-one. The footing is not going to be the same, and it makes you more dangerous as an attacking player moving forward. It's great to see Leogas recognize that and go at some guys one-on-one.
Ball's cleared out by Vogel towards the middle of the park. Kaminsky and Crane challenge. High boot looked like they're from Bitta, but the referee waves play on. Good one-touch passing from Lake Forest as Mahi drops down into a wide and back roll to get the ball. Maybe a little frustrated with his lack of touches so far. Hilgard takes the ball, plenty of time. He advances it here. Long through ball. Looking for Bitta, doesn't find him. And Einerson hits it out wide to Mike Heika entering the game. Finds Leogas out wide.
There's the lefty Heika. one of my favorite players on the team.
Oh, well done. Good lead by Dombrowski. Pinataro plays it on to Hamilton.
build-up here from
Kaminsky with the
Carthage.
overlap. And then comes to Crane, back to Hamilton. Finds Pinataro. Works it through to Dombrowski. Good one-touch layoff to Crane. Finds Hamilton once more. Back to Kaminsky. He elects to shoot from long range. Caught easily in the end by Gunther, but that was some nice intricate passing play from Carthage.
Great passing there. About 15, 20 touches consecutively for the Redmen. And again, it all starts from the back, building out of the back, having the confidence and again, the composure. You can't stress that enough from those experienced defenders, Heike, Pignataro, Hilgard,
Good
and
step
working
by
the way
Anderson.
up.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you there, Dan. Go
No,
on.
it's how it goes. It's a moving game.
And so as the ball's played out to Leogas here, we really look to repeat it. But the promising thing for me about that last exchange was that even though the shot may have not been what they were looking for, they did turn all that possession into a chance. It didn't go begging. And the ball is eventually launched clear by Bray. Out of bounds, going to be a throw in to the Redmen. Hamilton with his traditionally excellent touches there finds Crane at the top of the box. He shoots, cleared out by Bray again. And Heike looks to win the ball. Eventually it looks like it's going to end up out of bounds, but he ends up fouling Spiritos.
Yeah, you mentioned Billy Hamilton there, Greg, and just, again, such a phenomenal player. You really see the touch. The more Carthage can get the ball at Billy's feet, let him create, the better off they're going to be throughout the game.
Very much so, and he's spent many hours honing that touch with his famous videos of his juggling exploits. I don't know if any of our viewers have seen those, but check them out. Some
Oh,
of them
yeah,
are
he's a social
extremely
media
impressive.
sensation at this point. Absolutely.
I think one of them even has over 100,000 views.
Right, yeah. For those who don't know, Billy Hamilton, one of the most respected soccer jugglers in the country, has become a YouTube sensation. But again, it's the dedication he has to the game, to the sport, and having a little fun, making a couple videos there. Never hurt anybody either.
And you can see that practice reflected in his close control when the ball comes to him as a foul on the corner kick there going against Lake Forest. And corner kicks, they can be quite a scrum at this level, wouldn't you say? It's pretty brutal in the box down there.
It's one of the things I miss about the CCIW, one of the things I miss about Carthage in general. It is such a blue-collar conference, and those corner kicks, we've got a lot of athletes in this league. There's no question. It's been one of the best conferences for D3 college soccer in the nation over the last couple of decades. The word scrum, I don't think does it enough justice. Yeah, it can get pretty dirty in there, as you remember quite clearly.
I do. I was admittedly always fairly grateful when they put me on the post.
And just confirming, Billy Hamilton on YouTube, over 100,000 views on two of his most famous soccer juggling videos. So we encourage you listeners at home to go check it out.
And we have a double substitution here. Garcia and Reyes come into the game. Two more transfers, and some early pressure from Reyes there leads to a throw-in in advanced position for Carthage as Garcia checks the ball. Reyes selects to throw it to him. Oh, good ball there, and it's going to be out for a corner kick for the Redmen. Let's see if Heike can swing this one in here. Maybe find the head of Hilgard, Pinataro, or Dombrowski.
Yeah, Reyes from Leiden High School down in Franklin Park, Illinois. He is not the first Redmen to come from that area. We had Rafael Zalewski a few years back, who was a tremendous talent coming out of the same area.
Playing for the Eagles, one of the best clubs in the area. So as we said, continue the tradition. Low corner kick there from Heike, but Reyes challenges. The ball looks like it's going to come to Leogas and back to Hilgard. Leogas scrambles to keep it in and just can't get there. This is going to be Bray with the throw. Throws back to Johnson, challenged by Dombrowski. Well won.
Nice challenge by Dombrowski there.
Good work ethic from Crane there to win the ball. Dombrowski takes it back, plays it across to Pinataro. He finds a little bit of fancy footwork there. Long shot. Oh, and May forces the goalkeeper into a fine save. Dombrowski plays it back to Leogas. Can he whip it into the box? Good deep ball, and is going to stay on the line there and booted out by the Lake Forest defense. Heike scrambles to keep the ball in, headed up. And Pignataro challenges once more. Kaminsky takes possession of the ball, plays back to Heike, playing on the right back side now as he plays across to Einerson and finds Hilgard on the left. So we have a left-footed right back and a right-footed left back right now. What do you think of that, Dan?
It's interesting. It's interesting, but again, there's just so much depth in this Carthage team. It's great to see all these guys get involved off the bench.
It's good there. We have Hilgard winning the ball, finding Leokas out wide. Can he run at the defense? One more. Instead, he elects to play to Crane. Crane's pass is picked off. Unlucky there. Now, Carthage is going to have to get back here.
Here's where we have to be careful. Those counterattacks by Lake Forest are beginning to be a little bit dangerous. You see Mahir over there sneaking up towards the half line. I'd hate for a through ball to get in and get past our back line and get to his feet.
Yeah, that's a situation Carthage definitely wants to avoid here. But I'd say so far, again, as we've seen so far this season, they have dominated possession pretty well.
Without a doubt, yeah. As Leogas kind of sneaks out there towards that left wing position, you really see kind of an outlet for these midfielders. They're finding Leogas on his feet.
Good long throw from Hilgard there, but no one challenging the keeper, unfortunately. He's really developed that skill. This is a weapon we didn't traditionally have back in our playing days.
No, certainly not. But Hilgard, a man of many trades there. He's. I'm always surprised to see every year season I come back. I'm always surprised to see what the
he's
young
added
gun has
to
added
his
to his
game.
arsenal, if I may. Yeah, he's a strong player, and it's great to have that addition to his game.
We say Reyes on the ball here, back to Hilgard. Looks like he's switched with Heike. That'll make Coach Doman happy. He was always a big proponent of that, switching sides. And challenge from Kaminsky there's got to be, or from Reyes there, got to be careful not to get called for the foul. Deflected out of bounds off of Garcia. And we're about 13 minutes left in this first half here. Again, fairly back and forth, nothing too concrete. Anything particularly profound you think the managers are going to, or coaches are going to have to say to their charges at halftime?
Well, like we said before, the possession is certainly on Carthage's side, and that's something we've kind of come to expect. Can't stress it enough. There's a lot that's hanging on this game here. This is the battle for the border championship, and I'm sure Steve's going to be quite adamant about making sure that his players are aware of that. We'd like to see a little bit more intensity, I know, between you and I, but a little more urgency in the 18 as well.
Agreed. And so what do you think Lake Forest has to do to break Carthage's spell of extended possession?
Again, they seem to be a fully counterattacking team. Mahi, their star number 7 up there, who's just kind of hanging out by the goal mouth. He looks to be dangerous. Every time he gets the ball, he clearly has an eye for the goal. If Carthage should continue to deter any passes that are heading his way, I think it's going to be in their favor. But again, I'd hate to see a counterattack where we kind of get lulled to sleep and end up facing a one goal deficit.
Yeah, so who do you think will be the happier of the two coaches at the moment?
Well, Lake Forest has got to be happy to have it at 0-0 at the moment. Carthage is here playing for a victory, so clearly Coach Doman is going to have a few things to say. But again, I think it comes down to urgency and making sure we get all the cobwebs out and get rid of that complacency.
Oh, good speed from Kaminsky there.
That might be a yellow right
Late
there.
challenge, and the referee's going to let that go. I don't think there's any malicious intent there. Still quite late, so lucky not to get carded there, and quite the burst of pace from Kaminsky there.
Heike, a little trickery on the ball. The Heike ball, as it's become
affectionately known.
Yeah, it's the old school back, the senior with a tremendous left foot. He gets a lot of spin on that ball. Going back a couple of years, there's been some set pieces where he's really changed the game.
Good deep
There's
ball
another one.
again.
Ooh.
Excellent punch from Gunther there, and a missed touch there by Mahi leads to the ball back into the box, and Crane shielded off by
ambitious from
Vogel
Heike
there.
on the second effort, but the more he can get it, that spin, that left foot on the ball in those set piece situations, I think the better. The Heike ball.
I remember being on the end of a couple of those back in my day.
We're actually trending Heike ball on Twitter right now. Hashtag Heike ball. anyone has any other memories from a service from good old number 8.
And the ball is cleared long by Bray once more. He's been doing some good work, the Lake Forest center back, wouldn't you say? Breaking up a lot of Carthage's attacks from what we've seen.
Definitely.
So it would do well to keep the ball away from him in the air. And he's sitting very deep, so I think they want to try to run at all the Lake Forest defenders instead of trying to launch those balls over the top, because they're cleaning up pretty much all of them. As Crane takes the ball, plays down the line, excellent to Reyes. Can they break here? What's on for him? 3 into the box, punched out by, excellent save by Gunther there off the punch, only went as far as Kaminsky. Excellent volley from the transfer from Springfield there. And the ball is going to be out of bounds off of Dolomis, entering the game, sophomore, another Sockers product, and someone who's had a very strong start to the season himself. Got a couple starts out in Portland. It was very dangerous for us against those teams out west. Very technical player, good on the ball, and is very dangerous running at the defenders one-on-one. A lot of little moves in his repertoire.
Yeah, you mentioned the Portland trip. Out to California as well for Carthage, and I know you were on that trip, Greg, out to Oregon. Tell us a little bit about that trip.
Well, we got to see a beautiful soccer-specific stadium for Willamette College. That was a hard-fought game that Carthage ended up losing 2-0, conceding 2 early goals, and then thoroughly dominating for the rest of the play, outshooting. And here comes Mamalade Zihad down the left side. Well contained by Einerson. The ball is crossed and cleared out by Heika. Well defended by the Carthage defense there.
You see his skill right there.
And the ball is
a deep ball.
Launched long there by Reyes. Garcia tries to flick it past Bray, but Bray comes up trumps once more, plays it long over the top, and that won't trouble Einerson one bit as Pinataro takes the ball. But back to what we were saying about the Portland trip. In the game against Willamette, they outshot their opponents, Carthage did, 9-1 in the second half, but couldn't find the back of the net. So that was a theme that we hope doesn't continue. I would say this one, there haven't been too many chances that absolutely should have been put away. We came one great save there by Gunther, but so far would like to see a little bit more shots on goal from Carthage, and a good stop by Kaminsky there, but looks like he may have gotten injured or just stepped on. Let's hope he's okay.
Well, yeah, those preseason trips have become such a tradition for Carthage, and Coach Doman and his staff and our athletic directors, the whole team here at Carthage, really scheduling some top talent across the nation. A lot of these trips, it's a time for the players to bond. It's a time for these teammates to get to know each other. But it's also an opportunity to pit yourself against some of the better teams of the nation who you normally don't beat throughout the season.
Absolutely, and it's a big draw for from a recruiting standpoint as well, because you don't see too many Division III programs flying cross country multiple times to play some opponents.
Yeah, but again, it's kind of what separates Carthage soccer from a lot of the
our excellent turn by Crane there. Ended up won by Gunther. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, the trips back in my day, it was places like Boston. It was places like Clearwater, Florida, Denver, Colorado. It's something that Carthage has that is just such a special experience. It really takes it to another level when you can get out with your teammates, kind of separate yourself from everything else going around, and just kind of focus on the task at hand here, which is putting some hardware on there for Carthage College.
Yes, it is. That is always the goal. And we have Heika play the ball up the line to Dolomis. Good touch from the sophomore there. Plays it through up to Dombrowski. Controls the ball there off a little high touch. Pinataro finds himself and plays Reyes out wide. Good turn there from the junior transfer. Pinataro on the ball under some early pressure. Good battle there. And it looks like it's going to be a throw-in to the Foresters.
Now, what about your favorite trip? What was it back in your playing days, Greg?
Back in my playing days, I think I have the fondest memories of our trip to California. My second to last year on the team, the year that we ended up winning conference. And the trip, it actually ended up, we played some great opponents. We played Redlands College.
Great build-up here from Carthage. Inside the box.
And actually, I'm gonna have to take that back and amend it to our New York trip that same year, because it was that trip that we finally started to get things together after an 0-3 start. Won our first game against ranked at the time Rutgers, Newark, with a 2-0 victory at their field, and that really kick-started our season. Culminating in a run, I believe it was 12-2-2 for the rest of the regular season after a rough start there.
So I remember that game very well.
That was when the team really started to come together, and we're hoping that, despite a much better start, 5-2 from this year's team, that they can really get that one result that kickstarts a run of victories that had become so traditional for Carthage toward the end of the season for the past few years.
And I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say those trips at the beginning of the season, they do play a huge role in that. And like you said, from a recruiting standpoint, it's very unique for a D3 soccer program to have that kind of D1 experience. And one trip is certainly great and wonderful, but these are two big cross-country trips for Carthage that have become kind of custom, and I think the guys really look forward to them. I really do.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's a testament to the fundraising that Steve Doman and the program can do, that they're able to fund these trips year after year. Good throw into Pinataro there. He's streaking up the field. Plays the ball short to Dolomus. Gets back to him. Nice little touch there. Down the line for Heika. Oh, but the ball is cut out, unfortunately. We have Einerson to take. Plays across to Hilgard, who will dribble up the field, looking for Dombrowski. Dabrowski in the middle can't quite get to it. Good physical play from Kaminsky, but we have Mamled Ziha on the ball one more time. Plays it out wide. Then we have Heika to win the ball to Dolomus, but only as far a cutout as Zarinov entered the game for Lake Forest. And we have Dombrowski looking to win the ball here, but a pretty scrappy couple of minutes here in the middle.
But scrappy's good, and scrappy's what you can kind of learn to expect while playing in the CCIW. Again, this is all pre-conference competition that the Redmen have seen so far. When it gets time to get into the nitty-gritty and play those traditional powerhouses, Wheaton, North Central, Elmhurst.
I think you mean North Park.
North Park, that's right. But when you get ready to play those guys, you got to get ready for a rough and tumble game.
Yeah,
and,
that's true. That's very true. And even North Central's team is on an upswing this year. They've been a very strong program the past couple of years compared to maybe 5 years previous. And there's no easy games in the CCW, as I'm sure you'll attest to.
Absolutely. Even now, you see North Central with a tight game against UW Whitewater. A couple wins. Oh, there we go.
And it looks like it's going to be a throw-in down low. Crane to take. We need to see a little bit more movement from Carthage, as only Heika's checking the ball. Actually, it looks like he's going to be the one to take the throw. 2 minutes left here. Be nice to get a goal right before halftime to get some momentum going in.
Absolutely. It's always good to go into the locker room with something to kind of celebrate. I don't think Coach Dunn will be happy with one goal or even two. But it's about kind of getting something to rail around, seeing what works, and seeing what you can try to focus on the second half. And for me, I think it's the wide play. I think it's getting it out to the Leogases, the Reyeses, and letting them swing something into our dangerous guys in the box, Dombrowski, Pignataro, who be it.
I think you make a very good point there. They need to get something going on offense here because, again, still from both teams, we've had some very few clear-cut chances. Been a pretty heavy midfield battle. A lot of back-and-forth play, a lot of turnovers, some good fancy footwork from Vogel there. Plays the ball long but cut out by Einerson. Done well there. As we go into the last minute, we're still knotted at 1 apiece here. Reyes finds Dombrowski, back to Crane, good spin there, but ball is won and cleared out by Hilgart. Dombrowski finds Kaminsky, he's going wide to Heika, running out of time to put together an attack, but Dolomus takes the ball and he finds Pignataro under pressure. And he goes up to Reyes, good turn there from the junior. If he can keep it in, this could be dangerous. Just can't quite get to it. Oh, they're going to say he did keep it in play, and Gunther will counter.
The rain subsiding here in Kenosha, Wisconsin, but the field should still be slick. Oh,
Mamalidziha fouled, so we have a set piece for Carthage to deal with 15 seconds left in the match. They need to get everybody back into the box area because conceding a goal at this stage of the game would be quite disastrous. The ball is hit long into the box. We'll see who deals with it. 4 seconds left. Oh, not cleared very far by Einerson, and Kaminsky will clear, and the horn sounds bringing the first half to a close.
Well, so far so good, Greg. We'll take a break here, and we'll be right back with more action from Art Keller Field in just a bit.
And we thank you to all our listeners so far. Welcome back to all our viewers for the second half between the Redmen and the Foresters of Lake Forest. I hear our viewers are numbering about the tens of thousands for the first half, so we'll hopefully see that increase.
Something like that. Yeah, and don't forget, guys, it's hashtag Carthage Soccer on Twitter. Feel free to jump in and let us know what you're thinking. We had a nice comment from Aminos Vlakimos from Chicago, who is cheering on the Redmen, but also says watch out for number 7 on Lake Forest.
All right, it'll be Carthage to start the second half here. You see Dombrowski and Crane in the center. We have Reyes and Leogas out wide. Hamilton in a holding midfield role. And then we have in a deeper midfield role Pinataro and Kaminsky with Heike, Einerson, and Hilgard across the back. Heike has the ball early here. He finds Hamilton out wide to Leogas, back to Heike. Good quick passing from the Redmen there. Split ball finds Pinataro and back to Heike immediately. Has plenty of time on the ball. Back to Pinataro one more time. Turns towards goal. And split through the challenge there. Ball came to Hamilton, but referee probably rightly says no advantage. It comes back, and we're going to have a free kick from Heike in a dangerous position here. Now, there was quite a bit of rain at halftime, so the pitch is going to be extra slick again to start this second half here, and we'll see how that affects the footing and the goalkeepers for the long-distance shooting here. Something could skip by them, so it's something both
Really
teams
excited for this set piece. That looks dangerous. Oh.
Dombrowski gets on the end of it, but can't direct it goalwards.
Those Heike balls are just such a weapon.
Then we have Bray the ball, but it looks like it was moving, and the referee is going to call it back. Feisty opening an encounter here in the first minute of the second half. Let's see if that sets the tone for the rest of the match. Like to see a little bit more intensity from both teams, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. And I'm sure they got an earful from Coach Doman at halftime there, Greg.
I think they did here. He probably won't have been too happy to see maybe only 1 or 2 shots on goal in those 45 minutes. So hopefully they can improve on that as the match goes on. The throw in here for the Foresters, cleared out by Heike. Leogas plays back to Einerson. Well taken by him there, and Hilgard has plenty of time to advance the ball. He dribbles up here. Pinataro comes into a space asking for the ball, but played over the top, looking for Dombrowski. Doesn't find him, and he's going to chase the ball back towards his own end. Throw in for Hilgard. Finds Einerson. The ball comes all the way across to Heike as Einerson overlaps at the back there. Heike looks up, looking for something long, and he tries to pick out Reyes over the top, and the ball is cleared out by Lake Forest. And we have it cleared long by Hartman. Heike takes the ball one more time, splits looking for Crane. He recovers and gets the ball back to Heike. Well done there. A typical hustle from him. Ball attempted, played down the line by Leogas here, but it's going to be another throw-in. Haven't been able to keep the ball in play as often as we'd like so far. Throughout the whole match, wouldn't you say? We've seen a lot of throw-ins, a lot of free kicks, a lot of stoppages in play. Heike lucky to get away with almost a foul there, and good shoulder-to-shoulder challenge.
Well, Greg, yeah, that's a good point. It could be a testament again to the wet surface, the turf being fast and slick, but also to the pressure from Lake Forest. It looks like they have about 9 players behind the ball right now. A very defensive, conservative format from the Foresters.
Yes, that's true, and I think that could be a reaction to the amount of possession that Carthage has had here. That looked like may have been a foul, but shrugged off by Pinataro, and Mamalidziha streaking down the left side, but shielded out there by Einerson. This is going to be a goal kick coming to Carthage, and the crowd starting to get riled up a little bit here. We have a goal kick coming for Huftelin.
I think the rain might have kept a few folks out tonight, but interesting to see how the fans turn out, as they usually do in droves when the CCAW play kicks off.
And that'll be a first home game, I believe, is going to be against Augustana this year. First home game is going to be against Wheaton College, a traditional, very difficult opponent. It's going to be a traditionally hard-fought affair, I would say.
Definitely some good battles dating back to the Carthage versus Wheaton rivalry.
Now, Dan, were you a part of the Carthage team that won down at Wheaton in 2007?
Oh yeah, it was a great victory. Brian Santella getting on the right end of a goal and taking that 1-0. 2007 being the year that Carthage did win the CCAW championship outright, or the regular season, I should say, and that led to a berth at the NCAA tournaments. But yeah, I remember that game very well, and always a tough place to win. They get a few thousand fans out there, and yeah, that Santella goal, that's etched into my memory.
And far from the only, or not the only year Carthage won the title outright, but in the 2011 season when they did actually, when we did the double, winning the conference tournament and the regular season tournament, actually the only loss in 9 CCIW games did come to Wheaton.
Yeah, and I remember that game. I was here in the stands, having just recently retired, but you were on the pitch, and it was the championship of the tournament against North Park, if I'm not mistaken.
That was
what are
quite
your
the
memories
game.
of that game? Here we go with a nice little
Pignataro
look.
takes the ball at the top of the box. Long shot,
Ooh,
punched out by Gunther. Well done there. Taken by Hamilton. Reyes. Oh, and the foul is called.
Now I don't agree with that call. Clearly a 50-50 ball. Both players going in to get some, and Billy Hamilton unfortunately being penalized there for a dangerous play.
We like to see Pignataro shooting from distance there. Here you go. He has quite a strong shot, and he forces the goalkeeper to parry instead of catching it. And then if they keep hitting those, that could cause some trouble for him and eventually be an opportunity for maybe Carthage to score off a rebound.
I totally agree. Couldn't agree more. And you see a lot of these guys, they are goal hungry. The Hamiltons and the Leogases, but we need to see a little bit more pressing forward. Again, a little more urgency from the Redmen would be welcome at this point.
Indeed it would, and we see the effect of the rain there as the ball skips twice over the heads of everyone. Played from Gunther all the way down to Huftelin. Good touch from Hamilton there. He's hit pretty hard. He shrugs it off there. Throw in coming from Brobach. Up to Shaw, misses the ball, and we have Dombrowski trying to contest the ball with Johnson. Johnson wins the ball. Good touch from Hartman there. And the call is going to go against him. It looks like it is going to be a foul against the Foresters. And Hartman protesting his innocence there. But the referee doesn't dish out any cards.
Are we seeing a hike ball from this distance? Looks like Mike Hike is going to have to take the free kick. And again, with a wet surface, maybe dropping one down at the front of the 18, seeing where it skips might be something to keep an eye out for here, Greg.
Definitely. I think that could be quite an effective strategy here, and we'll see how he takes it.
Lining up, this is another deep ball.
Good flick there by Leogas. Hilgard battles to keep the ball in play. It looks like it's going to be a throw-in for the Foresters. Very deep, though. This is not necessarily the worst result for Carthage. They can hopefully try to pin Lake Forest back in here.
Well, the rain really is coming in. Oh, he's
advanced about 15 yards there.
Taking some liberties with the position of the throw-in there was the Lake Forest defender.
Oh, the square throw is dangerous there, but it breaks to Kaminsky. He hits it long, just goes over the top there.
Ambitious from Kaminsky. That was deeper than I would like to see it in terms
Should
of
see him
ripping
practice, though. He can hit those. But that one, unfortunately, goes up over the uprights, too.
Seamus Kaminsky from Geneva, Illinois, another Campton United product.
Yeah, teammates with Kevin Hilgard there. They played together in their youth. Goal kick coming out from Vogel, I believe it was. Flicked on by Mamelid Ziha. Taken by Cerritos, backheeled straight to Haika, and the ball is going to go out. He puts Leogas in a dangerous situation there.
This could be trouble.
The ball's whipped in, header away by Einerson, and then on to Crane. Well done there. We have excellent take from Hamilton there. Plays over the top, looking for Dombrowski, and Bray just gets the touch out to clear it out of bounds. That was a risky moment for the defender captain
But
there.
that's a win for Carthage there, and as they get the ball moving forward, that's a testament to Dombrowski's hustle.
Absolutely.
Great
and a
ball.
brilliant left-footed ball from Dombrowski just over the top of Reyes. So he can cross too. He's added that to his arsenal. Typically, he's the one on the end of those.
Very true, Greg. And it looks like it just went over the top of Arnoldo Reyes there, another Chicago United player.
A good hustle from him. Looks like a pretty physical game so far down here. They're going to call the foul against Reyes, though I think they could have gone either way. We have Vogel to take. Sends it long, flicked by Pinataro to Haika. Sent long back into the Lake Forest end. Header won by Bray. We have Leoka scrambling to recover. And the ball will be touched out of bounds by Spiritos. Throw-in coming for Carthage.
Lake Forest looks pretty content to just kind of leave the ball out in front of the defense there. Not really playing to get forward too much. Again, very counterattacking base there. If Carthage isn't careful, they're gonna end up in a scoreless draw.
Yeah, see, neither team seems to be taking a terribly strong initiative to win the match here. It looks like just, a very scrappy, hard-fought game, and, those aren't the most fun to be a part of as a player, but you get them, and you have to fight your way through them, and this is where the great teams will find a way to nick that 1-0 victory and then ride it out till the game is over. And the ball comes loose to Dombrowski there.
Too bad.
Excellent
That's
clear from Shaw. We have Hufflin coming out about 20
ball.
yards to win the ball, but it comes back into the box, and a good take from him, although the Lake Forest fans and players are asking if that may have been out of the box. But instead the ball comes from Hilgard to Reyes. Good touch from him there. Plays
Great
it through
ball.
to Kaminsky. 1-2 from Dombrowski. Kaminsky stops on the ball and asking for the return passes. Reyes, he gets it. Can he get the touch? And it'll go out of
Cheeky touch
bounds.
there.
Excellent touch, close control there, and it's going to be a corner kick coming. Looks like Haika to take. See if we can repeat the trick from yesterday. Maybe get another goal off a corner kick.
Great build up there from numbers 3 and 4, Reyes and Kaminsky.
Yeah, the newcomers combining very well.
I like to see that action out on the wing. Again, the goal wasn't achieved, but it was a dangerous play, and the more of that, the better.
We have a crowded box here. Both Hamilton and Kaminsky getting in and around the goalkeeper. Haika sends it in low.
Dangerous ball,
Skips.
quite low.
It's a pretty smart play on the wet surface, wouldn't you say?
I totally agree. Now we got to be careful we don't get counterattacked.
Yeah, it looks like long breaking there from the Foresters, but in the end, too strong is the pass from Mahi and easily taken by Hufflin with plenty of time with which to get the ball back into the Foresters' end. He has no movement, though. We need to see Carthage giving him an option. And he hits the ball long up towards Dombrowski. Doesn't win the header, but here comes Crane. Almost taken off the ball, but ended up finding Reyes. He streaks into the middle, outside the foot, touch to Hamilton across the box. And it'll be another corner kick for Carthage. Good play again there, though. We're starting to see a little more incisive attacking from the Redmen.
Absolutely, and another nice build up and cheeky pass from the outside midfielder, Arnoldo Reyes. Really looking like he's getting it. Again, another corner kick coming in, but it's because Reyes has taken a couple chances and really used his vision out there.
He's wearing that number 3 well.
All right. Our own Greg Pignataro, former number 3.
Oh, one touch from Haika. Strong connection, but just wide. Not a bad corner kick play either there.
Not a bad corner kick play, and you see that's something they've worked out. Hamilton and Haika having been roommates in the past, I believe, and
have that understanding there.
And
I'd like to
high
see
school teammates at St. Viator
I'd
back in the day as well.
like to see the shot ending up on target though, because Coach Doman won't be too happy with that.
No, and Haika, great leg, but needs to be on frame there.
Header won by Kaminsky. Reyes plays the ball to Dombrowski. Unlucky but he's battling there. Oh, good turn by Vogel in the end. Great composure from the defender. We have Hartman out wide. Plays the ball, blocked by Crane to Hamilton to Kaminsky.
Great
Can he
touch.
find Pinataro? dribbling up the field, those long legs, finds Leogas out wide. Back to Pinataro, good touch from him there. Can he whip the ball in? Oh, he goes across to Kaminsky instead. Kaminsky looking in there for Crane. Good touch from him again, slides through, and they're going to call foul on that. Looks like he might have gotten the ball on that one, and he didn't like the studs up.
High cleats, it's always up to the discretion of the referee, but it's too bad because Carthage really did build up nicely there.
We played about an hour here at Art Keller Field. Still no goals to show for it, but it has been a hard-fought game. We have Heike winning the ball with the outside of the knee there, and it's going to be a throw-in for Lake Forest. Another throw-in coming off the clearance by Heike.
A lot of action down there for those feisty Foresters, making a little noise on the sideline.
It does, and you like to see the passion from the players on the sideline too, supporting their men. We have a throw-in from Heike coming here. Actually looks like they called a foul, and it's going to be on the ground. Ball from Heike to Pinataro, well taken on the chest there. Excellent turn as he dribbles forward. Plays through to Dombrowski. Good, well done there, but he loses the touch. Crane will scramble to recover. Eventually breaks to Kaminsky. He hits it out wide to Hilgard and loads the space. He finds Reyes out wide if he can keep it in.
And he
slides,
does.
excellent, well done there. He earns a
throw-in.
Great commitment there from the outside midfielder.
Oh,
throw into Billy Hamilton. He whips it through and blocked by the Lake Forest defender. But it looks like Hamilton is down and in a bit of pain here. He got hit pretty hard. Cleared up the middle by Kaminsky. The ball will be taken by Johnson.
Billy Hamilton's getting up. He's a tough kid. He probably took a lick there, but he's back on his feet.
You know, on a drier surface, that may have been a dangerous ball, but it evades Mahmoud Zihad there. And we have Huftelin to clear.
Let's keep an eye on Hamilton throughout the rest of the half. Let's see if he got nicked there or if he's just going to be able to shake it off.
I think he's going to be okay. Maybe moving a little bit gingerly, but I'm sure he'll be back energetic when the ball is in his area. Dombrowski dropping deep to receive the ball. Finds Hamilton. Looks no worse for the wear. Back to Heike. And Heike is going to send it a nice little chipped ball over the top to Leogas, taken well in the chest, and back to Heike. Work through the middle of Pinataro with three closing in on him. A good composure. Just can't find Reyes there. Good turn there from Lake Forest, and they're breaking. And it looks like Huftelin's going to recover one more time. That was Spiritos with a nice turn there as Heike advances the ball. Looking out wide, finds Hamilton, all just about. But good physical play from Hamilton there. And we have Dombrowski with the ball, looking for options. He finds Leogas, one touch out to Hamilton. Can he whip the ball into the box or get a shot? And just goes over the top, unfortunately, in there.
Precious time slipping away here, Greg.
Yes. Well, there's still 27, 28 minutes left, so there is time. You know, I think we should see the sense of urgency increase as it goes on. And I think maybe Coach Doman was thinking the same thing because he brings a couple substitutes on to get the fresh legs and give the forwards a bit of a rest. We have Bitta and Marquise coming back into the match. Good hustle from Leogas there. Assistant referee points for a throw-in for the Foresters. Well, we have Heike called for a foul. I think that was may have been a solid connection there, but now the Foresters have a free kick in a dangerous position here. We're going to have a two-man wall lineup. It's going to be Heike and Bitta.
It looked like all ball to me, Greg.
But again, we might be a little bit biased, admittedly so. But it did look like he at least got some of the ball, so we'll see if Carthage can deal with this very dangerous set-piece opportunity. Looks like it's going to be an outswinger with the right foot. Oh, lofted to the back post, and it's going to be referee points to the corner kick. Get it together, indeed.
It's important now Carthage really keeps that shape and takes responsibility for their marks. They've dominated the game. They've dominated possession. You'd hate to see a corner kick or a set piece really decide the game.
As it so often does.
It does, especially in this league.
Dangerous runs there from the Lake Forest attackers, but the ball delivery was just too high in the end. And so we have Hufflin to take one more goal kick. Looks like the rain stopped for a while now. We should still have a wet surface to deal with as Hufflin launches it long. Bitta rises for the ball, but he's out-jumped by Shaw. Crane finds Bitta. Good touch there, back to Pignataro. Kaminsky turns well. He finds Hilgard out wide, advancing the ball with speed there. Finds Marquise. Good touch from the little Venezuelan there. Good crafty feet. Good turn, and he finds Hilgard, and the ball is going to go out of bounds for a Carthage throw-in. Another substitution, Dombrowski, the younger Dombrowski, coming on for Mike Heika. Good turn from Reyes. Oh, goes for the nutmeg.
There. Went for the 5-hole.
Doesn't quite come off, but it is going to be a throw-in. We'll see if Hilgard can whip this into the box.
Dangerous deep throws. Working out the triceps.
Now again, we don't see anybody on the keeper. That one doesn't quite get far enough, but we wanted to see a Carthage player, shielding off the goalkeeper for these long throw-ins.
You can see the players in black really getting behind the ball here. Again, it's that counter-attacking style, which Lake Forest has relied on so heavily.
Recommend a foul here, but there goes Einerson and Mamelade Ziha in a one-on-one battle. Good contain. Oh, good fancy footwork from the Lake Forest number 7, but eventually stabbed away by Pignataro and Hilgard through joint effort there, and it's going to go out for a Lake Forest throw-in.
Now Mahi's a great player, but he's no match for a 1v3.
Not many are.
They just don't seem to have any other option. Again, it's going to be counterattacking the whole rest of the way, and it looks like Carthage has kind of figured it out at this point.
Yeah, it looks like a number of substitutes coming on here for the Foresters, maybe about 3 at once. You don't see a triple change too often, especially in a 0-0 match. Something up the sleeve of the Lake Forest coach here. What do you think his play is?
It seems like a line shift. They're just trying to get the fresh legs in there. Keep up with Carthage, who's been pressing forward. And
good win from Reyes there, flicked on by Marquise, but he has no one to give it to. Header out by Bray. And Kaminsky runs forward with the ball, finds Marquise, leaves it for Reyes. Puts a good ball in deep, tries to find Leogas, and it's going to be out of bounds for a Forester throw-in. Now, Dan, do you think we have overtime in the making here?
Well, you know what, Greg? I got a long drive back to Chicago, so I don't know if that's in my best interest, but we shall see, and maybe add a little excitement to that overtime period. I'd like to see
excellent
Carthage
touch from
get
the
a goal
outside of the
first, though.
foot by Bitta. Can he shoot from the top of the box? And it slips on the wet turf, and the ball is taken there. But it was a very good touch from the freshman.
And it's a low-driven shot, but it's still on frame, and it's still challenging the keeper, and that's always something to be proud of. Now, a couple more of those, maybe get a nice rebound deflection and put one in the back of the net. I think that's hopefully what's in the cards for the Redmen the rest of the way.
And based on the way the game has gone, it looks like it's going to be a kind of goal like that to win this game.
Right. Again, Lake Forest playing so strong behind the ball and stacking the whole team. It's going to be tough to build. You got to take the chances where they come, and if that means ripping a couple from distance, so be it.
Good step by Einerson there. Looks for Dombrowski, or for Bitta, my apologies, over the top. Leogos takes the ball. Marquise is going to get the handball.
Now here we go. It's a dangerous set piece opportunity for the Redmen.
We don't have Hike on the field this time, so it looks like in his absence, Bitta is going to try to drop this ball somewhere between the 6-yard box and the penalty spot. Let's see what comes of this here.
See Hilgard, a little movement on the back post there.
It's good. He's probably hungry for another header goal after getting a taste of it yesterday. Good delivery from Bitta. Oh, and punch clear by by Gunther. It's going to be another corner kick.
I'm not sure if that was an attempt on frame or if the wind just kind of kept it up there, but it was a dangerous opportunity nonetheless. We'll see what happens with this corner kick to follow.
In the absence of Heike, the corner kick looks like it's going to be taken by Leogas, the only other left-footed player on the field.
Love the in-swinger. I know Coach Doman and his staff are also big fans, big proponents. There's Leogas moving the corner flag.
And the referee's going to motion for him to put it back, I think. I can definitely sympathize with him as someone who took a few corner kicks for Carthage.
Yeah, but the rule is you have to leave it. It's part of the field. Leogas, the savvy veteran, trying to get one past the goalie, but to no avail.
Oh, the ball breaks for Reyes. Can he finish? Oh,
another corner kick.
Good deflection. It's more encouraging from the Redmen. Good take by him. We'll see if Leogas can whip another one in. That was a ball that caused a bit of worry for the Lake Forest goalie Gunther.
That was a great ball inside. Really, really dangerous. Inside the 6 there, and we'll see if he can put it again. Another great ball.
To the back post, punch clear by Gunther. Good leap from Crane to put it back in the box. Kaminsky can't make a connection. We have Bitta to settle. Excellent touch from the freshman there. Puts it over the top. Leogas is scrambling. Headed away only as far as Crane. Crane plays it back to Hilgard, and the play slows down a little bit, but good touch from him to bring it forward. Carthage has to be careful here. Pinataro pokes the ball away and then retains possession. He's going to play it back to Einerson. Einerson swings it forward. Will it get as far? Yes, it does. It gets out there to Reyes. Good physical battle from him. And they are going to call the foul in his favor.
And another set piece for Carthage. Einerson really having a strong second half here. You can see he's getting more comfortable. It could be the dipping temperatures and rain coming down here.
I think he's been over here for a few years, but maybe.
Icelandic roots nonetheless.
Yeah, he's got a advantage, biological advantage in this case.
Absolutely.
Here, perhaps.
Well, we'll take advantage wherever we can get it here, Greg.
Yeah, and we have Bitta to swing it in one more time. Kevin Dombrowski looking to get on the end of the ball. This one, the delivery not as quite strong as his last one, and now Lake Forest looks to break, but a poor pass from Mamlid Ziha is cut out by Pinataro and Kaminsky, and puts Pinataro under pressure there, and he has to clear ball off of Mamlid Ziha. We're into the final 20 minutes here. Do you think at some point soon we're going to see the reintroduction of Dombrowski?
You know, I was speaking to Dombrowski before the game, and he looked ready. He had a little spark in his eye there. I wouldn't be surprised if he came late and added one in as we get down within these last 20 minutes.
Crane gets up here. It's good. We don't want to see him limp off injured. He's been a vital player for Carthage with his work rate and his technical.
A real workhorse, absolutely. This between corner kicks and free kicks, this has to be Carthage's 6th or 7th set piece in the last 5 minutes here. It's becoming a trend. We've just got to get on the end of one here.
Absolutely. We'll see what Bitta can do on this one. He's capable of hitting a very good ball.
Again, a lot of activity, but early.
And that's more like it from him to the back post. Headed on. Flashed by Crane. That's a goal for Carthage. And he runs toward the bench. Well done from the transfer there, and Carthage celebrates.
You see him jumping there to his teammates. You can tell it's a squad that's really getting along, and they want to celebrate that goal together. Phenomenal finish.
Excellent there, getting his head on the end of things from inside the 6 there.
But it starts with that forward movement, that attacking, these fouls, these handballs, these corner kicks. They're drawing it, and it gives you a couple of dangerous opportunities. Bitta with a beautiful ball in, took a couple kicks, couple bounces, and ended up right in front of the goal.
Well, I was particularly impressed after he had, I'm sure what he'd say by his standards, admittedly poor free kick the one before that. The freshman shrugs it right off, puts in a brilliant ball, finished by Crane.
Yeah, it's a great goal and a great celebration.
Marquise with some pressure here, slides in. And so now the trick is going to be to hold on to this lead for the last 18 minutes, and Carthage is coming out flying after the restart. Got their tails up a little bit after that goal. They have to be wary here. Some good attacking play, and well slid in by Pinataro. Are they going to call that a throw-in? It looks like yes, they are.
And that Lake Forest bench toning down the volume a little bit as well. It was a great goal. Again, a great finish, great celebration there from the junior from Hawthorne Woods, Illinois, a product of Stevenson High School out there in Lincolnshire. Now the question is will Coach Doman bring in a few more defensive-oriented subs, or is he going to want to keep pressing forward? There haven't been too many other opportunities from Lake Forest. Perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea to keep pressing forward and get another goal on the boards there.
Yeah, perhaps not. I mean, you know, a one-goal lead is never extremely safe. And here's Marmalade Ziha with a shot just wide. It's going to be a goal kick. But, you know, the way this game has gone, I don't think it's a good idea to sit back and let Lake Forest dictate the pace, but they have been very dangerous on the counterattack. So maybe some of those forays forward are going to have to be a little bit more controlled. Might tell Leogas and Reyes to drop back and pinch into the middle a little bit so that Carthage isn't susceptible to the counter. Cleared out by Leogas towards Bitta. He keeps it in with another great touch.
Now I didn't see who got that head on the ball after that first service from Bitta, but whoever it was played it right to that back post, and our good friend there, Ryan Crane, was able to do the rest.
Good battle from Reyes there. He makes Carthage win possession in a dangerous area. If Kaminsky can keep this in, this looks like another opportunity. Plays the ball low, squirts across the box, and there's nobody there to finish it, but good take by Hilgard on the thigh. And he gets wide towards that byline. A good attacking play from the outside back. Shrugs off the challenge. Ooh, no one there for the ball. But the ball is given away by Lake Forest, and Pinataro will take and play it back to the younger Dombrowski.
It was a nice build-up there. Great vision from Marquis, the product of Caracas, Venezuela. Able to play that outside and have another red man run onto it.
And some good defensive possession maintained by Carthage here in their own half. 15 minutes left in this regulation period for them to maintain this lead. And we have Dombrowski there looking long. And it's going to go taken by Gunther. Good long kick from on the ball is spilled by Huftelin. It's going to end up being a corner kick for Lake Forest. That was a very long clearance from Gunther, the senior goalkeeper for Lake Forest. And Carthage has to be careful here. These set pieces, as we said, have been very dangerous. A good ball, excellently cleared there by Benutaro. And the ball is fired over the top there by Rutili.
And as the goalkeeper sets up here, we got a couple more subs.
It looks like Shane Riley coming into the match, a player renowned for his work rate and fitness and his ability to get down the end line. He's be quite a handful for defenders with his speed and his relentless running. I think what Steve's trying to do here is just get a pair of fresh legs, put some extra pressure on the outside players for Lake Forest, and make sure he's got somebody who's going to contest 100%. Hilgard jogs to take the throw in. Sends it long towards Marquise, all the way up as far as Bitta. He keeps the ball in play. Good touch, but is going to go out of bounds for Lake Forest. Throw in by Vogel. Well won by Kaminsky. And Riley with his first touch on the ball finds Crane. Crane and Johnson battling one more time. We have Riley there. Some hard shoulder-to-shoulder play, and they're calling that a foul on Hilgard. I think it was a fair challenge.
Hike has been on the wrong on a lot of these calls recently. Ambitious.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable strike.
Marmalade Ziha.
That was from about
35 yards out.
40
finds
yards
the top
out.
corner.
A rip
What
and
a shot.
Screamer to tie the game right here. That could be on ESPN Top Plays. That was a tremendous shot.
And you know, that's what he's capable of.
You can't fall asleep against a top nationally acclaimed player like number 7 there. It is. Hopefully we see the replay here in a second. That was a tremendous strike from the Lake Forest forward.
And we'll see what Carthage is made of. As there we see the replay now, the end of it. Hopefully we can see that one more time. But Carthage, we'll see what, like I said, we'll see what they're made of here with the ball, the game finally balanced.
A little adversity might be good as these red men look to.
Excellent shoulder-to-shoulder challenge there from Crane. The referee's playing those a little bit, a little strict tonight. He's not letting a whole lot go when it comes to shoulder-to-shoulder. And we see that battle between Johnson and Crane there one more time.
I'm speechless. That was a tremendous strike from Mahi from Lake Forest there. Again, just an ambitious attempt from distance.
Yeah, fully 30, 35 yards out there.
If not more, he was just past the half line there. And didn't even hesitate. What a strike.
Cleared up long by Dombrowski. Bitta leaves the ball for Riley, the teammates at Libertyville High School there. Played long over the top. Kaminsky takes. Unintentional handball. The referee's going to wave play on. Sometimes they might call that, but we'll see how it goes. And Mahi challenged by Pinataro there. We have Einerson with plenty of time on the ball. Elects to send it long. See if Bitta can get up and challenge for this, which he can. Goes for Riley. Dombrowski, the elder Dombrowski, back into the match. The ball pressured by Crane here. We have Bitta forcing it out wide. Good touch there from Hartman.
And Lake Forest, a little swag in the step now after that goal.
As we saw from Carthage when they scored right away. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. And Crane getting called for the foul one more time. Johnson not happy about it. Perhaps some words exchanged between the two former teammates there. Bitta needs to back up in order for not to get called there for encroachment. Swung in by Hartman, and it's going to evade everyone and go out for a Carthage goal kick.
Now we're coming up on 10 minutes to play here. Again, overtime looking like it could be a reality. So.
It's going to be past your bedtime. It's going to be past your bedtime, Dan.
That's right. I don't know.
Hilgard being pursued
He's going to let that
rather
one run out of play,
lackadaisically by Hartman. He's going to let the ball go out of bounds.
Once again, it's 10 minutes left to play as Carthage and Lake Forest square off with the Battle on the Border title here at stake.
We have Leogas to win the ball, plays it through to Dombrowski. Oh, but well cleaned up there by Bray.
Unfortunate.
And Riley has to scramble there, but the ball was too strong in the end, and it's going to be a throw-in deep in Carthage territory to be taken by Kevin Hilgard.
As that ball, we got to stop a play. We have to shout out to the tremendous tech team here that's been helping us out there. The webcast stream coming live to you guys. Great support from everyone here involved.
Absolutely, doing a great job bringing this game to you guys.
And don't forget, you can go ahead and keep checking in for these streaming webcasts at athletics.carthage.edu.
I believe the next home game. Actually, we'll have to check the schedule on that one, Dan. We have Dombrowski whips the ball across. It breaks for Bitta. Cleared away by Bray once more. Now, the captain has been a rock back there today. He's not let anything through. Pinataro finds Leogas and gets a return ball. Shrugs off. Oh, he's challenged, knocked over there by Spiritos. But he deflects the ball back. And it's going to be Dombrowski to try to contain the outside midfielder. Looking for Mahi, but won by Einerson. And we have Kaminsky over there playing the ball to Hilgard. And now we see the reintroduction to the match of Reyes, which I would say is a strong move. He's been a menace up and down the right-hand side today, and we can hopefully see if he can get some more production.
Definitely. I think his vision might be his greatest weapon here for Carthage. He's getting the ball outside, cutting inside, and letting his teammates run around him. It's opening up a lot of space for the forwards up top.
Crane spins and goes on one of those forward runs of his. He's looking wide for Leogas. The referee waves play on. Leogas with some good footwork there. Plays the ball back to Kevin Dombrowski, who whips the ball into the box. Lofts it towards Kaminsky. Flicked on for Dombrowski and for Bitta. And the referee is going to not call a penalty there. I can't believe it.
That's a tough one for the referee there.
Probably, he has a tough job. He couldn't quite see it, but
it
looked like some hands there.
You hate to see the game decided on that kind of penalty. But at the same time, you got to give credit to Carthage for being in the right place at the right time. A near opportunity.
Dan, as a penalty taker, I loved to see games decided on penalties.
That's right, Greg. Yes.
But
I'm sure. And as a defender, I will tell you that they're not always deserved. We've got some thespians out there who might be better off winning an award for their acting than for their goal scoring.
Excellent ball at the line there from Kaminsky. Bitta challenging for it, and they're going to call foul for the push in the back, but he looks a little upset about that one.
Questionable call.
And so the next home game we're going to bring to you for the live streaming on live.carthage.edu is going to be Thursday, September 26th, 4:30 p.m. The Lady Reds take on Milwaukee School of Engineering, and at 7 p.m. your Red Men take on Robert Morris Lake County. This will be the next time the Red Men will be in action at home here, and we'll have a commentary team and live webcast for you. But right now we need to focus on the last 6.5 minutes of this game. Looks maybe might be destined for overtime as Garcia enters the match here for Bitta. We'll see if either team can find a winner before the dramatics of a sudden death overtime, or to be politically correct, golden goal overtime are necessary.
That's right.
Good touch by Pinataro there. He's running at the Lake Forest defense, keeps the ball in, trying to get to the byline, and it's going to be a throw in.
When it's all said and done, these games, again, they are in preparation, these non-conference scheduled matches, in preparation for what is the real task at hand, and that's getting some results in the CCIW.
That is very true.
So the adversity here, allowing a late goal after scoring a second half leader, it might do us some good, and then hopefully these younger guys can get a little experience from it and take that with them as they head into the extremely competitive CCIW conference play.
You're absolutely right. But now the other side of the coin is if either team would happen to not win their league, they'd be competing for one of 20 at-large bids that 400 schools are competing for. And for whatever reason, the voting committees don't seem to have a lot of respect for teams in the Midwest, instead preferring to favor teams from the East Coast. So there aren't too many large bids given for teams. There's usually one from the CCIW each year. Lake Forest League doesn't often get an at-large bid, but if you want one, you can hardly have more than 4 losses on the season.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Oh, here's a great ball from Hillard. Awesome spin on it.
Breaks to Hamilton. Can he shoot? Tries to loft the goalkeeper, and it bounces off the stanchion there.
Keeper off his back foot. An ambitious attempt from the St. Viator product there.
We have the goal kick to be taken by Bray. Crane and Johnson again contesting the same ball. Einerson heads away. Mamle Ziha gambling on the miss there, doesn't come off. And we have Garcia pressuring. And the ball is going to be out of bounds for a Carthage throw-in with 4 minutes left on the clock. And the referee is getting wise to Hilgard, taking 15 yards on each extra throw-in. Going to make him step back there.
Hilgard and Leogas, again, taking liberties where they can, the savvy veterans.
You try. You have to try. Silky smooth touch from Reyes there, but the ball was already out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the Foresters.
This result should prove pretty important when it's all said and done. You're absolutely right, Greg. A couple tough upcoming matches for the Redmen.
Good nutmeg there from Reyes. Oh, fouled hard. Hit by Johnson. It looks like he caught his shoulders to the face.
Reyes a little slow to get up, but he seems to be okay.
I mean, a competitive guy like him is not going to come off the field with 3 minutes left of his own accord. You know,
Right?
you
No,
have to drag him
absolutely
off.
not. Absolutely not. Yeah. Give a stern look to the referee as to say, "I beg your pardon. There could have been a caution there."
And Hilgard sends the ball deep. Good ball, but well cleared out by the Lake Forest defense. Good leap from Dombrowski, and is going to go long to be swept up by Einerson. Pinataro
Dangerous.
scrambles to get back. Ball switch, well taken off the chest by Hilgard there.
Counter opportunity here for the Redmen. Let's see what they can do with it.
Reyes, good touch with the outside of the right boot. Oh, back heel through the
Cheeky.
legs. Finds Hilgard, sliding up to Garcia. Plays the ball down the line, but that's, you know, doesn't quite get to Crane, but it is going to pin the Foresters back in their own end.
Let's see if they can lock it in here. Again, a couple more minutes of play, and then we'll be looking at overtime.
Oh, Hilgard slips there. This could be costly. We have Mamelade Zihaba dribbles straight into Einerson,
Yeah.
and he eventually clears the ball out.
Mahi, again, whenever he gets that ball, he just looks towards the goal. He looks to be a dangerous player. Really a lot of player to handle as well. It's gonna be tough to hold him down in overtime.
Flicked on by Garcia there, but the ball is a little casual from Dombrowski, and Mamelade Ziha takes the ball here. They need to
Again.
not back off so far from him, and he looks to, good
he's-
cut out there
and rightfully so,
by
he's drawing a lot of
Dombrowski.
attention.
And
Every
now
time-
Pinataro looks to start the counter, but he pulls up. Didn't have a whole lot of options, but here he goes on one of those runs again. Finds Dombrowski, just skips past him with the outside of the boot. Crane takes possession of the ball. Looks like some tired legs from both teams, but Crane, tireless in his running, evades a couple tackles, slips it through to Garcia. Can he recover? Yes, he can. Finds Hamilton out wide. He needs to run at the defense. Yes, he does with a little shimmy. Oh, chested out by Bray. And we have Dombrowski to send the ball back in over the top towards his brother. Got away with the push
Two-handed
there.
push there.
Yeah, good call from the referee. A little too obvious from the junior.
A little too obvious. But you know what? Those players who are fantastic in the 6, inside the 18,
Know
and
how to get
score
away
a lot
with
of
it.
goals. Yeah, that's right. It's a lost start. The quick two-handed shove.
We enter into the final minute. Bray to send the ball long. Headed by Spiritos, goes to Dombrowski. Kaminsky wins the ball, plays it up high. Challenged for by Hamilton. Good header win by him, but it's going to go off the back and go out of bounds for Foresters. 30 seconds left in regulation here. Which a goal here basically as good as an overtime. Oh, I don't know about that one, but the referee's going to call. And he's going to stop the clock, which unless he's going to stop the clock for a card, this is actually against procedure here. Oh, it's inside the last 2 minutes. I'm sorry. My mistake. That was a correction. Forgetting the rules already. Has it been that long since I played? Fall of
It's amazing what a couple
2012.
years will do in the real world, huh, Greg?
Yeah. And it's only been one. And Hufflin will catch the ball. He's probably going to hold on to it for the full 6 seconds, although the referee's been pretty lax about the 6-second rule lately. And he's going to send the ball long
This
to
should be
end
it.
the regulation period. So we're destined for up to 20 more minutes of play here between Carthage and Lake Forest, and that brings us to the end of regulation. It'll be a short break, probably less than 5 minutes.
We'll be right back with you in a bit. And we are back, Greg, getting ready to kick off this double 10-minute overtime period.
Yeah, those last 20 minutes of the second half proved a stark contrast from the rest of the game.
Oh, absolutely. And again, that goal by Lake Forest number 7 there, Mahi, just truly a phenomenal shot.
Yeah.
Let's see how Carthage responds.
And Carthage will have been disappointed to give up that goal, but there's not a whole lot that realistically could have been done. You don't necessarily expect him to be shooting from 35 yards out, so they can't really fault the defenders for backing up off him, but I guarantee they won't do that again, huh, Dan?
No, I think you got to just tip your hat there and learn from it. There's going to be a lot of great players that the Redmen face up against throughout this season. You got to pay your respect, and like we mentioned before, you can't let some of these great players lull you to sleep because they'll make you pay for it.
Good turn by Johnson, looking for Mamelade Ziha. Oh, Mamelade Ziha. Saying it one too many times tonight. Sorry,
We'll stick with
Mahi.
Mahi. We're not sure yet. It's a little phenomenal talent, difficult last name to pronounce.
Those go hand in hand sometimes.
Yeah, that's how it is. So we do have a couple of shout-outs we did get on Twitter. First one is from Christy Lucas, at Christy Lucas, saying, "Go Carthage, wish I could be there." Well, thank you, Christy. We're happy to have you tuning in and watching the webcast. And then another from Rafa Zalewski, saying, "Great goal by Carthage. Want to see more hike balls."
Did he hashtag? Looking for Leogas, and he's going to let the ball run out of play. And Carthage is going to take possession of a header, or a throw-in, off the header. Plays the ball short to Haika. He's going to look to maybe swing this in, plays the ball to Pinataro. Good couple turns from him. Ends up losing out, but the ball breaks to Bitta. Oh, he can't quite get there. We have Lake Forest looking to counter. The missed kick lets Carthage take possession. A bit too long on the ball from Reyes there, but taken by Crane. It looks like he was pulled, but it's going to be a throw-in for Carthage.
There's not much that's more exciting than this golden goal situation here in NCAA soccer, Greg.
There's not, and I can definitely attest to that with the 2011 team, where our conference winning run was keyed by 3 straight sudden victory, overtime victories.
That golden goal is something else. Here's a great chance.
But again, cleared by Bray. You know, aside from the strike by Mamelad Ziha, you'd have to say that Bray would be in contention for man of the match on Lake Forest side with all the defensive work he's done.
Yeah, he's been tested often back there, and again, Carthage has got to stay on it.
Who would you say the standout players for Carthage have been so far?
Well, I gotta say, Bitt has done his work with the services and controlling the ball there too. But I really do like how Reyes has been playing out there on the wing. We'll see if he gets a goal here in a bit.
Yeah, I agree with those picks, and I'm going to add Crane to the mix as well. I think his tireless running and the work rate have been an asset to the team, and you can't ignore that finish either.
Without a doubt.
See if Haika on second chance to swing that one in a little bit higher.
Ball. Oh, I haven't seen one of those.
It's going to go all the way out for a goal kick for Lake Forest. Interesting bit of trivia for you here, Dan. Do you know when the last time a Carthage Red Men soccer team match ended in a draw?
Ooh, that's a great question. I know it hasn't been this season. You'd have to go back to 2012 then.
Actually, you'd have to go back all the way as far as 2011. The 2-2 tie with Elmhurst College in the conference match here at Art Keller Field. Last year's team went the entire 20-game season, record of 14-6, no draws.
Extremely interesting. That's great trivia. But again, it fits right into the mentality of this team under Coach Doman. Go big or go home.
Absolutely. Ball won by Pinataro. Can hear him shouting for the ball there. Oh, good touch from Bitta. Finds Dombrowski. Oh, deflected off of the Lake Forest defender there. Now, I almost want Bitta to be a little bit more selfish there, but you can hardly fault him for passing to the leading goal scorer.
Yeah, you know what? It's one of those situations where we really have to have a knack for the goal. Obviously, Dombrowski being there is helpful, but sometimes it's okay to be a little unselfish in those situations.
Oh, Pinataro about to watch himself here, but spins out of danger well, finds Leogas out wide, cuts inside, good couple quick feet moves from him. I'm sure he's itching to get an overtime goal here. Yet to add his name to the score sheet so far this season, surprising from Drew, but you know, being an all-region player, like we said yesterday, the other teams have been very well aware of his talents, been pressuring him every single time he gets the ball.
Yeah,
and as
Leogas is the type of guy, he's always around it, even if he's not getting his name on the score sheet, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
He's in and around the box. He's making runs. He's opening space for the other players.
Very dangerous regardless, but I know he's definitely going to want to get a goal here. That's the type of player he is. Good footwork there, but cut out in the end. Ball played over the top of Amalei Zihan is going to go out of bounds. Einerson asked for the ball for a throw-in. Haika is going to take. 4 minutes left in the first overtime period here. And a train
Here is
crossing
that train
Kenosha,
passing by.
letting everyone in the vicinity know it's here. Good touch from Crane there, well done. Flicked over the top by Kaminsky, looking for Bitta, can't quite find him. A good shoulder to shoulder from the junior there, and it's gonna go out of bounds. A deep throw opportunity for Carthage.
Again, a lot of activity in the offensive third for Carthage. Let's just see if we can bury one here in these last minutes of the first period.
Heike looking for Leogas to move, he doesn't. He's played most of the game. We're going to see if he can get the ball in a dangerous position here, maybe cut it back from the byline for a slotted finish from advancing forward. The ball's miskicked by Bray, chased after by Crane. It's going to be another Carthage throw-in. Heike needs some movement here, but instead he finds Pinichar at the top of the box. He's looking to emulate Mamled Ziha, and they're asking for a handball, but the referee's not going to call that in overtime. And Crane shoots it wide.
A couple great shots there, great rips, great looks.
Carthage still protesting here, so I'm guessing that must have been a pretty clear-cut opportunity because usually they let it go by now. But
you can hear Coach Doman up here in the booth as well, and he seems to have a great view of it. It's one of those things you can't rely on it. Carthage have to bounce back and hopefully get another chance. I think they can almost taste it, Greg. It's so close, and they were almost there. Another battle on the border title for the Redmen here at stake.
Won by Reyes towards Dombrowski. Ball is played long. Einerson, they have to be careful not to let Mamled Ziha get free here. Good, excellent strength from Einerson, and they're going to call a foul on Mamled Ziha. Excellent play from him, and Mamled Ziha goes and gives his respect.
Unreal. A lot of speed, good recovery. He's in a great position to get back. A lesser defender might not have been able to
playing alongside Sigurdsson on the Icelandic national team any day now.
Surely.
Good ball over the top from Heike to Crane. Excellent touch as usual. Plays through to Biddick. Gets it on his favored right foot.
Gives
and
it up
cut out to Reyes. Oh, parried. Finished by Bitta. That's the win for Carthage.
A beautiful attempt, and it's glory, glory, glory for the Redmen here in Kenosha. An absolute thriller.
Excellent. And they pile off the bench.
The fans.
Well-deserved goal by Bitta there.
Here's
Excellent
the replay.
hustle. Well done.
You see it. Well done by Austin Bitta, the Libertyville, Illinois product.
And didn't we call it, Dan? We said this game might come down to a rebound off of a shot on the slick pitch.
We certainly did. You'll see the replay once more.
And Bitta started that move, comes out to Reyes, hits it first time, bounces off of him. Bitta's quickest to the ball and slots it in. Game over.
Phenomenal match all around. There were ups and downs, but at the end of the day, it's another battle on the border title for the Carthage Redmen.
And they continue their tradition of overtime wins. You see the handshakes here, and that will do it for us. So I'm going to say thank you from Greg Pignataro.
And from Daniel Diaz as well. We're here at Art Keller Field. Don't forget the upcoming webcast. You can log in at athletics.carthage.edu. And we're signing off here after another brilliant victory from the Redmen.